Everyone. My name is Abhishek and I am the energy healer. I am also a behavioral expert and I would be talking about energy healing today. Alright, and how this energy healing creates or how it transforms our life. So that's what it's all about. So I take this opportunity to welcome you all in this session. Thank you so much for being here. Alright. So as I've written here, is energy healing is the game changer. So it's actually a game changer. It's just that how we look at and how we utilize the chance given to us by Mother Earth and the universe, and how we can transform the entire life we are living. So first of all, before I would move on and I'll talk about energy healing, let's understand what energy is all about, what energy is. So different people have a different perspective. So energy is the base of our existence. The entire thing we see, we feel, we experience is made up of energy. Even the whole universe is made up of the energy, the entire universe we talk about. And moreover, we talk about the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the chair we are sitting on, the room, our body, everything is made up of energy. Since we don't know, so we don't realize it. Even the building, the room, the equipments, the AC, everything has its own vibration, has its own frequency, and it's made up of energy. So people have different way to look at. Somebody says it's energy who creates the body, and somebody says it's body who creates the energy. But the fact is, it's energy which creates everything. Our body, our surroundings, everything, our nature. And moreover, we are like rechargeable battery. So we are like moving batteries around. So we take energies from Mother Earth and we take energies from the universe. So, and this energy, so two type of energy which I'm talking about, one is for the survival and one is for the spiritual connection with the divinity. So Mother Earth, we take it for survival, whichever energy we require it, and the universe we take it for spiritual growth or the connection or the oneness. Now what happens when energy gets imbalanced or it gets disrupted, the supply is being broken or it's not happening properly? This will lead to a lot of emotional, physical, and a lot of different kind of setbacks in life, and we actually think that it's coming from somewhere else, and we don't know, since we don't know the background, right? So we are unable to connect the dots, and this is what the physical change, which I'll be talking more at length gradually. Now we as a human, all of us, we have a different frequency to vibrate at. Since I was talking about the vibration, everything in this universe has different vibration, right? Our human body. And surprisingly, when I was doing my research on this particular topic, I was reading more about it, different articles and all. I got to know that even the human part, even the brain, the eye, ear, liver, pancreas, kidney, every part has its own vibration. And that's the beauty. And we have our own unique electromagnetic field which we generate and we vibrate at. So for an example, you would have a different one, he would have a different one, I have a different one. So as per the research, the human body vibrates the range is 62 megahertz to 78 megahertz, anything in between of these two. If we go low, so suppose someone is dying, the vibration would be as low as 25 megahertz. Somebody is on a deathbed, and somebody is vibrating at a higher level, will go beyond 78 hertz. So depends what is your, so in the food we eat for that matter. So if it's a dry fruit, it will have a different vibration. If it's a fresh made food, it will have a different vibration. The clothes we wear, it has a different vibration. So the only thing is, do we match? Do we match? So for an example, people eat at restaurant and the same food they experience at home. The taste would be different. It's not the ingredient which matters, it's the intent which matters. So I'm thinking from a making money perspective. So of course people are running business, they are running restaurants and eating joints to make money. Alright. So they will have this commercial or the professional instinct driving them to cook food and feeding people. But back at home, it's a genuine drive and a genuine reason to feed people. So the intent, the energy, which will be connected, will make you vibrate and will pass on. And that's what the food will have a different vibration as well. So all physical health problem, be it emotional disturbance, financial issues, anything has to do with the energy blockages. So if I may compare our body with a machine, right, which has a different parts attached, every part has its own role and has a fuel flowing through, right? So the oil, the equilibrium, some fluid just to make the entire functioning smooth and easygoing. But anything gets disrupted in between will ensure that there will be either a physical problem or emotional problem or a financial or a relationship issues. Even the relationship issues also happens because of the energy blocks. And people think that why I'm not getting along. So for an example, if I may share my example, I been to one of the assessment centers and I was sitting with somebody and my throat started burning. And I could not understand why my body is responding like that. Later on, when I spoke to one of my friend who is into healing, she told me that it's because of the person who is sitting next to you and the aura which is clashing. So you are unable to take that energy. And this is where your body started communicating to you. So it depends, you understand that particular language of the body or you just ignore it. So even any challenges happens or become intense in our life, our body would always give you the signal. But just that since we don't know the language, how to interpret, how to translate that into our own language, to our own understanding, it goes overlooked. And this is where it becomes intense. So what are the few things which we must know about energy? So what are the few things? So first is, we can't measure, but we can always experience. So a lot of people say that, hey, I can't see God, but doesn't mean that God does not exist. People say, hey, law of gravity, yeah, it does exist. Anything I will drop it from the top, it will fall. Why? Because they can experience. So it's all about experience. We can't see the air, but we can feel it, right? So likewise, we have law of attraction, which exists. We have law of energy, we have law of karma, which cannot be experienced, but can always be felt. It cannot be seen. So it's always there. It's going mainstream. So when I say it's going mainstream, so I have an example. So back in year 2007, there was a research happened in the US, and they had done this research for 800 hospitals, wherein all the medical practitioners have started using various kind of energy healing methodology, primarily Reiki for that matter, as a supplementary or a complementary practice to support their their treatment, and it becomes really fast. So if I may quote my own example, so my mother got brain stroke on December 25th. So we had taken to Fortis for of course for the treatment. We also started doing the healing process for her. It became so fast that 5th day she was back home. So you can understand the intensity of brain stroke, right? So it was that intense. But 5th day she was back home by the grace of the God. Because I'm blessed with that modality, so I know where to connect and how to get the energy aligned. So it's going mainstream. In fact, many medical practitioners have also started using it. They have realized that energy healing can make a huge difference. This is not a kind of it's a replacement, it's a complement to the existing health, whatever check they do or whatever healing they do, but it's a support. And it's all about the experience rather than the opinion. Somebody says there's always be a critic, of course. Where's there's a light, there's a darkness. There's a God, there's a evil. So of course there would always be critic who would say, hey, it doesn't exist. So it doesn't mean that it does not exist, but it's not all about the opinion, it's about the experience. And everything in this universe has its own aura and vibes. So before stepping into this session, we were talking about this, how a place can have a different aura or energy. So for that matter, one room would have a kind of, very critical discussion or kind of fight or a heated debate, and other would have some kind of praise, appreciation, blessings. If you check both the rooms' vibration through a scanner, you would be amazed to know that one room would have a very dense energy where the fight has occurred, and the room which has a blessing happened in is vibrating at a higher level. It's all about what energy we are emitting. And if I may take another example, we go to sea face, right, in the morning or in the evening just to feel better. Why? And why do we think that it's a good place? Because there's a salt, right, in the seawater, and which is a natural cleanser, which keeps the entire surroundings clean. And the air also vibrates at a higher level on the sea face. So that's the beauty. And hence this is the reason that we go to sea face, we sit there for 15-20 minutes and we feel relaxed actually. Our energy becomes calm, our energy becomes actually more in a composed way. That's the reason. So I've already spoken about the energy healing as a complementary modality that should not exclude any medicine. So we do not encourage any medical practitioner or until the person is medically certified to say this, you have this problem or you have this challenge, but it should always taken as a complementary or a additional supplement. The beauty is, people ask, do I need to be a spiritual in order to experience or to feel the energy change? It's not necessarily. So it's all about how receptive we are.
We all are spiritual.
Correct. I mean, as you rightly said, when we are spiritual, it's cherry on the cake.
Yes.
Even we are not, at least it makes us eligible to receive the energy from the universe and Mother Earth, provided we are receptive enough first. And we also need to have a trust that it's coming to me. So for an example, someone is giving me something and I would be standing like this. I cannot receive it because I'm all closed. So I need to first show my trust that whatever you're giving, I'm very much willing to take that first, and I'm all yours. I'm welcoming it with my open arms. So that's what makes you either receive the energy, or bounce it. So it depends. And this is what I really like, this picture, that what we think we are and what we are. It's like we always look at that, we don't have anything. But ideally what we got on our shoulder is not the brain, it's actually a complete universe right here on our shoulder. Just that we don't realize the power and potential of it. We can manifest. So people curse God, right? That God has not given me anything, God has taken this away from me. But on contrary, God has gifted us with everything. We are empowered. Right? It's just that we are in that sleeping mode, so we don't realize it. But the fact is, we need to wake up, we need to utilize it. So, yes, you need not to be spiritual, but yes, receptiveness has to be there. Now I'll talk about what is energy healing. Since we have already understood what energy is all about, I'll talk about energy healing. So energy healing is an alternative therapy that aims to create a state of balance, health and peace in person. So when we talk about healing, it's a complete, a holistic approach to make a human, to make someone healthy, not only physically, mentally and spiritually as well. It curbs energy blockages or imbalances that lead to illness and disease. So it's like something is blocked in our body, in our machine. So this would work as a clearance system which will clear all the blockages, which will ensure that everything is back to work in a proper way. So it heals our body, mind and soul. And moreover, it heals our soul. So once soul is healed, the rest everything will be taken care of. So for an example, if we have to water a plant, where do we water? We water the root. We don't water the leaf and the fruits. Correct? So sapling will become a tree because you are watering at the right place. So that's what the healing has to be given at the right place. A soul has to be healed. And this rest of the things would be taken care of at mental and physical level. So good well-being is holistic, yes, but the catch is your thought, your speech and your deeds. Everything has to be in alignment. I mean, we cannot be a hypocrite. We cannot be something else at our thought level. We cannot say something else and we cannot do something else. Everything has to be aligned. Then only this works. If I say that, hey, my expression is I'm very happy, but I'm looking very sad. I'll say, I'm very happy. So my body expression is something else. My emotion is something else. And I'm saying something else. So it's not in line. So the holistic result of balanced energy field is all about how much aligned we are at our thought level, at our action level, or at our speech level. And so when the body is unhealthy, the energy field that is correspondent to that, we need to actually find out the gap and we need to correct that. So for an example, I've seen many people putting on weight unnecessarily and for no reason. It's not because of the diet, it's not because of the lifestyle either, it's because of the emotional imbalance. And the person suppressed the emotion so much and keep suppressing, and this would lead to a unexpected weight gain and also a backache, a severe backache, maybe a lower back, middle back or upper back, anywhere. So it can come and take a shape and color of any kind of disease. If the chakra or I'll talk about it, but if the energy is blocked, at that particular level. So I spoke to one of my friends and he called me that my sister-in-law, she has been diagnosed with breast cancer. And I just asked one question, did she go through any kind of severe mental trauma? And he said yes. That's the main trigger. It's not because of what we eat, it's not because of the lifestyle, it's because of how do we manage our emotions. If we are suppressing, it is bound to bounce back. And when it bounces back, you cannot even anticipate what would be the intensity and what shape and color it will be coming in. Right? So that's what this point is talking about. The particular ailment needs to be identified and corrected there. Alright? And moreover, so I being a master healer, we need to feel that, of course, that's the fact that we don't heal. It's our body which becomes the instrument, and it's divinity who comes and heal. So for an example, the modality I practice, in that the fact is I just become a medium. The divinity comes and heal the person or the receiver. So that's the fact. Moment we get into the frame that, hey, I am healing, it's all gone. Because we are just the instrument. That's the fact. We are just the instrument. So we need to accept the fact and we just need to play our role. Everyone on this earth is playing their own role. They'll play their role and they will be off. So it's all about ensuring that how we are playing our role. Alright? By making the positive surroundings and how to utilize the energy in a best possible way. So there are various healing modalities available, so I've just captured few. So it's like Lama, Fera, Reiki, Pranic. There's another one is shamanism, angel healing, crystal healing, sound healing. So there's some people who does soul healing. They call souls and they heal the people through souls. So there are different modalities. Just that what you resonate with and you get aligned to. So it's moreover it's a divine calling. So we cannot choose to be a healer. It's all divine calling. So when you say that, hey, I'm a healer, you're being handpicked. The question comes, what are the elements which affects our energy and how to stay away? Or even we are trapped, how to get free, right? So there are two factors broadly. One is internal and second is external. So what are the internal and external? The internal are these anxiety or the phobias. It's all mental blockages, by the way. Fear, right? So I have never seen a kid, actually a fearful kid. I have never seen. Even if you leave a snake next to a kid, they'll play.
Yes.
Even a lion or a tiger or anything, any creature we get fearful with.
Parents and others induce these.
So we program. And surprisingly, up to 6-7 years, there is no conscious mind. So whatever we feed, it goes to the subconscious mind, and that's where a kid grow with that, and the belief system grow with it, and the person would say, hey, he has a phobia or she has a phobia. He is very fearful. It's not he or she, it's we who has done that, the entire damage. And we create an entire multi-story building, and after years together, maybe 30 years, you say that, hey, I think this has to be reprogrammed. So the beauty is we'll have to demolish the entire building. If we have to change the basement, we cannot do that. We need to change or demolish the entire structure first, then we need to come to the basement. The point I'm trying to draw here is these are few things which affects our energy, and we realize it so later down the line, and we try to change it in day or two, which does not happen. Biochemical imbalance. So as per research, we have around 60 chemicals in our body which works in our body, and 90% of the 60 these factors I'm talking about are made up of oxygen, carbon, nitrogen and hydrogen. And rest 5% is made up of micro and macro, both kind of macronutrients, which has all the potassium, sodium, calcium and vitamins and all that coming together. So why am I stressing little more on it? Because it affects our life. It's because of the stress we are taking or the diet. It's because of that imbalance happens. Depression for sure, it brings our energy down. Inconsistent or poor nutrition goes without saying. If you are not feeling good at a physical level, nothing can be done. Poor posture, so we are sitting or lying in bed in a different way which is not very right, and putting a stress on our backbone or anywhere can lead to that. Environmental stressor and toxins, so whatever we are eating is adulterated completely, full of pesticides. Chronic or long-term illness, so any of these broadly I'm talking about. There are many factors as well, but at broad level these are the few factors which pulls our energy down. Now, when I say what you speak, it really matters. Really matters. So your words can change your world, and if you want to reshift your energy, you will have to change your word for sure. So, okay, what did you say? Thank you so much for bringing this on. I was about to say, because while we are talking, you would realize that you are also talking to your own self within. And the kind of inner dialogue is happening, the quality of the words you're using for your own self will decide that it's making you or breaking you. Simple. So somebody says, I don't want to be late. Rather, you can say that I want to be on time. right? Somebody says, sorry for being late. I'm late. I'm really sorry. Can't we use, thank you so much for waiting for me? It's just turning the things other way around. It's like, rather saying, I'm blind, say that, unfortunately, I'm not blessed enough to see the world. How beautiful day it is today. So it's the same emotion. I'm not saying that change your emotion, just change your words. Right? Somebody has this habit of cursing everyone. I mean, the complainers, the cribbers, they're all over, everywhere. You go, I've seen people, they work in the organization, they work for the organization, but during the lunchtime, they will crib about, they will complain about the organization itself. They are taking the salary at the end of the month, but they are cribbing and they are complaining about the organization. So, what do you think? Such employee put together will bring down the energy of the entire organization. Because ultimately what you are doing? You are complaining. People eat and they will like, namak kam hai, chini zyada hai, the food is not being prepared properly. So you're eating and you're complaining. So either you eat or complain. Correct. It cannot happen parallelly. You're eating and you're complaining. So what I'm trying to tell you here is we need to change our words actually to change our world. And this is the main contributor of managing our vibration or energy. Right? So for that matter, if I may give another example, if you want to experiment, go back home. If you're feeling all good, just talk to yourself, I'm down with headache. I'm just down with headache. Repeat. Undoubtedly you will receive a good headache from the universe. Just this is a mild example I'm giving. So whatever we say, always remember that our universe is listening to each word we are using. We are well within the radar.
When you ask and it will be given.
Correct. So that's what there is a saying that you ask and it's given. What would be the shape and color and the intensity? But yes, you'll be blessed with it for sure. So yes, let's ensure that whatever you are asking for, it's on a positive note, good and a very strong one. Now, since we are talking about energy healing, so it's very imperative to talk about aura. What is aura? So aura is all about the human energy which we emit, and it's called HEF, the human energy field. So everyone in this room, or not only in this room, on this planet called Earth, everyone has their own aura. So someone has a wider aura, someone has a very, very narrow aura. But what is the key ingredient which makes the aura either get wider or shrink in? So aura has 7 layers, right? So most of us, we think that it has only one layer, but surprisingly aura has 7 different layers. And every layer translates into some meaning. So for that matter, if we look at all these layers, talks about what is the physical, what is the emotional, rational, astral or divine components of each of us. So for an example, if the divine component is on a higher side in any of us, the aura would be like that. If the astral capacity, so you must be experiencing, or you must have seen somebody that when they meditate, they have this out of body experience.
Yes.
They feel out of the body and they travel and they can see themselves, and they can actually travel faster than the light. That's the astral means. So what the point I'm trying to draw here is, it's all about which factor is leading your aura. Is it the materialistic one? Is it the spiritual one? Is it the astral one? Is it the emotional one? Whatever is leading will make your aura that way. And most of us, as per the research, most of us has the aura anywhere in range from 18 inches to 2 feet. That's the standard one. The person who has a wider aura can go beyond 2 feet. or the person who is like really not well can have even the shorter aura. Aura has 9 colors, and each color has its own significance. Each color has its own meaning. That if aura has a blue color, what the person is all about. If the color is turquoise, what's the meaning? So for an example, if the person has a blue color dominating, it means the person has been really cool, collected and calm personality. If it's turquoise, it's highly energized, dynamic quality of being, and the person is supposed to be very, very organized and multitasker. So green is natural ability to heal. So person is very, very restful, very peaceful, and ability to heal others, to calm down. Purple, spiritual thoughts, sensitive. So the such soul would be very sensitive. So red is the person would be more inclined towards the materialistic world, passion and energy. Pink, it's perfect balance between materialistic world and the spiritual world. So perfect blend. Yellow, it's all about the being awakened, inspiration, intelligent, and also passing on the learning to others. It's like teaching. And if it's dirty, it's a mixed brown. It means yes, it's a dense energy, certainly not positive for that matter. It shows depression, negativity, and resentment, anger. And if the white is on a higher side, the white color, it seems that the person is actually very close to the death. I'm sure you must have heard that when any good soul dies, the energy will move out from the crown chakra, right, in the form of white light. So it's the light which matters, the aura. So how does energy healing work? Right, how it work? So depending on the method, different modality has a different way of getting the energy aligned in our human body, but it focuses main on the life force that flows through all of us. What is the basic? The base will never be changed, right? So any of the modality we talk about, Reiki, Prana, Lama, Fera, or any other modality, it always focus on the life force which flows or which connects all of us, moreover. And that particular life force is known as prana, the energy that spins and flows through the chakras. So the prana is as good as, since we were talking about a human body like a machine, right? To drive a car we need a fuel, right? So this prana works as a fuel, and it flows through our body, ensure that all the chakras is in place, all the chakras are moving as per the requirement and as per the good health. Alright, and the intangible force that cannot be comprehended. So basically, if anybody will try to define what is prana, it's actually not very possible to define in the words. It can always be experienced. Alright. And so now since we are talking about aura, the next would be chakras. What are the few chakras? The 7 chakras which we have. And so before we talk about 7 chakras, I would love to talk about, we have 114 chakras in our body. So we are just aware of 7 the primary chakras, because these are the ones which are responsible for our life and overall growth, but there are other 114 chakra. Yeah, and we have around 70,000 nadis. And when the nadi meets at a different places in our body, they create a triangle in our body. And this triangle is known as chakras. And these chakras are known chakras because it shows the growth or the determination, the life in our body. And hence this triangle is known as chakras. So if I may talk about the Mooladhara, the root chakra is right here below our lower abdomen, is the root chakra. Above that, so just before, after navel, 2 inches below the navel, there is a sacral chakra. Just 2 inches below the navel. 3 inches above it's solar plex. 3 inches above is solar plex. Then we have heart chakra. Then we have our throat chakra, third eye, crown. So 7 chakras are there. In each chakra, so surprisingly, so people have a debate that know what speed they rotate at. Some people say they rotate at a same speed. Some people say it rotates at a different speed. Root chakra supposedly moves at a very slower level. And if I may give you an example, since we have a very restricted time, I cannot get into a detail. But root chakra, for that matter, if someone has a root chakra on a stronger side, the person will only be confined to food, rest, and just basic needs, basic requirement of the life. Because Mooladhara means is the root, and Adhar. The basic requirement is food and stay. The person will only be confined to resting and food. So that's what, and it moves at a slower speed, and the crown chakra on contrary moves at a very high speed.
Why so?
That's how it's been, we are gifted with actually. So we receive our energy from the universe, and that's how the prana flows through our different chakras, all 7 chakras.
The energy reduces by the time it comes down to
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's just that every chakra has its own role. Yes, every role, and because so crown chakra, of course, this is for the spiritual connection, right?
yeah, but the speed that you're saying is
Yeah.
slow and this is fast. That's why I was wondering.
Okay.
The whole thing should be uniform, not the whole body. actually.
Correct. So this is as per the requirement. So maybe I can talk to you separately on this, right?
The top tip.
All right. So now we'll talk about energy blocks, how we can pull free, how we can ensure that even the energy blocks are there, how to get ourselves free. The very first one is set strong intention, or rewire our subconscious programming, or the affirmations, whatever we call it. So what we were talking about, changing the words, we need to change our. So somebody, I've seen many people that they always complain about their ongoing situation. If the financial situation is bad, rather focusing on the financial challenges, is better to focus that I'm blessed. So for an example, aren't we blessed enough when we get food, we have our all the body parts, liver, everything is in place to eat and digest the food? Don't we have enough clothes to wear? When we open our wardrobe, we have like abundance. Yeah? When we are hungry, we just open the fridge and we don't know what to eat, what not to eat. So what I'm trying to tell, that we have enough good or positive sides in our life to look at, rather than just cribbing and focusing on what we don't have. So we just need to shift our focus and rewiring our subconscious programming. By doing that, you will see that even if you're not doing anything, your energy will be shifting gradually and eventually.
See, you're saying energy will be shifting gradually, but how do I know it's, how do I,
You will feel.
how will I make out that I'm
Your mood will be shifted. The way you're feeling now, so suppose you're feeling low, you're feeling down, or you need somebody to fall back on, the dependency will go next to negligible. And you will be happy internally. Even you will be smiling.
signs I want to know how to feel it?
Correct. Your body will translate. Moreover, you'll be feeling happy from within, rather than a conscious effort that I'm happy. The happiness will flow inside out, not outside in. Correct, that way. So learn to let go. So we as a human, we have this habit to hold on, hold our emotions very tight. Somebody has said something bad to me, and I will keep crying, keep cribbing, keep complaining, keep criticizing about the person or the situation. Learn to let go, release. More we release, more we are free. And more we are free, we have more space to receive. So as simple, if I may give you an example, so if we do not clean our house, or maybe we don't clean our kitchen on a daily basis, do we think that we can step in? We cannot. We need to ensure that we dump our garbage on a daily basis. Alright? Or what we don't need, we just dump it out. We just discard. This is what it is. Learn to let go. So until unless we'll just keep collecting, at the end of the day you'll realize that we have become a garbage bin. And we don't know where is the important stuff. So release and disconnect the cord by blessing and forgiving. So it becomes very difficult for the people to bless who did hurt them. But I would personally suggest, please start blessing all of them. It's very difficult. I know somebody has abused me badly and I have to forgive and bless. I know it's extremely challenging, but always remember, this is not for the person, this is for your own peace. Their karma will be taken care of by the universe and the divinity. Whatever they have done to you will be taken care of in the due course of time. But at the same time, you have to get released, get rid of the energy you have received by disconnecting the cord, by forgiving and blessing the people. Very crucial, very vital point, self-love and acceptance. So I was talking to one of my friends last week, and he said, these are the problems, and I'm trying to get married once again, and it's not happening in my life. So I asked him a very simple question: do you really love yourself? And second question is, which one is leading your life? The sense of rejection or sense of self-acceptance? He said sense of rejection. I said, till the time you do not have the sense of self-acceptance, believe me, you will not find anyone on this earth. Because more you are emitting that energy that no, people are rejecting me, people are not liking me, I don't have a girl around, or I don't have my life partner around, nothing will happen. Because we are attracting the same situation, same people coming in my life and rejecting me time and again and breaking me time and again. So I'm falling flat over and over. So what do I need to do? I need to just reprogram our mind and brain by thinking that I am loving myself and things are happening to me for the highest good. Another way, cleanse with a smudge stick. So we get it in the market, we can pick up, we can just burn it, and the smoke will clean. And how we can do it is, in front of aura, just we need to circle it in front of each aura. So this will clean. So this is a kind of a quick fix. We can do that. And you can also just take it all around across your house. Mindful meditation and mindfulness, absolutely crucial. So I ask many people, since I also hold an expertise in mindfulness and mindful meditation, I ask people, how many times are you or do you feel that you are breathing in or breathing out? Isn't it like a silent process? We don't even realize. We are taken for granted. We breathe in, we breathe out, we don't even realize it. We are taking a sip of coffee, talking to someone, we don't even realize that how the coffee is. We are eating food, we don't even know how the food is. Either we are looking at the cell phone,
Or watching TV, then I
Watching
forgot
TV.
what I taste.
correct. So what I'm trying to tell you is, we are not here and present in most of the times. We are either toggling in what the person has told me in the past, or what I'll be doing in the evening after this session. So our body is completely ignored, Our soul is completely sidelined, cornered, and this is where the disease happens, because when our body is not at ease, disease happens. Because our soul is not there, soul is toggling between past and future, body is not at ease. What we receive? Disease.
What type of meditation is mindfulness?
It's all about just being there in the present and being aware of your surroundings. So for an example, when you are completely present here in this room, you can feel the temperature of this room. You are sitting on a chair, you can feel the touch, the set of clothes you are wearing, the sound outside. You are aware of the self conversation happening inside. You are talking to your own self inside. So you are aware of everything. That's called state of mindfulness. And when you just do it in a form of meditation, it becomes mindful meditation.
What's the difference in heartfulness and
Heartfulness to me, okay, everyone has a different meaning, but the way I look at it is when you have a sense of gratitude. You know, I say, I'm thankful for everything, right? I'm blessed with this situation, or even the tough situation has come to me. I will take it as an opportunity to evolve myself as a stronger person, right?
Everything has a reason and good for me.
Correct. So I was reading this one very nice quote that everyone has to go through what they have to, because it's not because God has some problem or some challenge with you. It's not because that, because what you want to be in the future, you need to be prepared for it, and this is the preparation process and the timing. So we need to accept that whatever we are going through, even the turmoil, it's not turmoil, it's a cleansing process. A diamond can be built or can be created. You can understand, right? I mean, under huge earth pressure.
And in universe, there is no motion without resistance.
As simple as that.
You cannot move ahead without resistance, without setback.
Correct. So the way I look at it, I mean, I have a very favorite saying that there are no free lunches.
Yes.
There are no free lunches. So I want to become something in the future, and I don't want to pay the price. That's not fair. I want to become a warrior, but I don't want to learn the battle. I don't know how to use my sword. Won't it be unfair? Of course, you will have a cut, you'll bleed, you will have a pain, but it does not mean that you're not getting prepared for. You're getting prepared for. Accept, embrace the change. That's the beauty. So we need to accept the fact. So more we accept, more our life become the smooth sail. Himalayan salt bath, you may pick up from any of the organic store and you can use it. Energy healing, of course, certainly yes. Any of the modality. Detoxing, organic food. So detoxing, one of the best way I personally do it, wake up, please drink as much as water you can. If you can drink 1 liter of water, empty stomach, nothing like it, without brushing your teeth. It will help you detox. I mean, initially you feel like puking because of course your stomach does not have this habit of taking water, but gradually and eventually you will have this habit. So plain water. If you can have warm water, nothing like it, because this will detox your entire body. This will make you visit your washroom maybe twice or thrice to detox, but absolute great way. Organic food, yes, goes without saying. Everything we are eating, we know our lifespan is very short because of the pesticides, because of all the adulterated food, milk we are eating. It's what we are drinking, we don't know, but yes.
But this organic food, how is this authentic? Because I bought and the next day so those apples have become.
Yeah, then you will have to be little.
What the Sardali gave me, I said, what is this? You refund my money or give me original.
Correct.
No, this is organic. I said, nothing. I'll take you to the police. So
Me-
he gave me the money back.
Yeah, so maybe you need to check with the people. It's very person to person.
Then you lose that
Trust.
trust.
I know.
Oh.
No, I mean, there are different ways. I mean, we'll again deviate. If we'll get into that organic food, we'll deviate actually from the topic. I might talk to you. Yeah. So I'll talk to you separately. Okay, this is another a great point, team. Me time. Many time. I mean, I say all the times.
All the time, we have no time for self.
And mostly with the people, especially housewives, who are holding the entire fort back at home. They are like CEO, managing everything end to end. And especially people, anyone for that matter. So people who are running their own business. Even I run my own business, but I ensure that I have my own time. If not regularly, at least periodically. So I prefer to choose by a bus, because at least I will have some time for my own self. I travel by train. I can catch a flight, but I always take a train. So I will have, whatever hours I'm spending, I can spend with my own self. I can read book, I can play my favorite tracks, and sometime of course there's no connection, so I can use my freedom. Right? So no WhatsApp, no call. So why I'm saying spend time in nature is sometimes it's great to go completely out of the radar. No connection, no WhatsApp, no message, nothing. Just go with your own self. Spend time with your own self. And more you have your own time with your own self, more you will have self-love and acceptance. You don't need anybody's approval. You don't need anybody's concurrence to approve or to love your own self. You'll be self-dependent. I mean, in today's date, what happens? People reject and we feel like, oh, the earth has fallen. Right? Or the sky has fallen. So why I'm trying to tell you all these is, of course, you people have already sailed through the life, but it's all about how we manage our emotions. So I would love to take this opportunity to talk about Lama Fera, because this is what I specialize into. I am the master healer and the master trainer of Lama Fera. So Lama Fera is the world's most powerful and the fastest healing modality, energy healing modality. And it comes from two concepts, Lama and Fera. So Lama means anyone who follows Lord Buddha and his philosophy, his gyan, his dharma, and walks on his path. So these are the Lama. Fera means anybody who heals people by taking Fera and carrying the power and the energy of Lord Buddha. So when I would be taking a Fera to heal anyone, it's not me. It's the divinity who is walking in my body. And that's the main beauty of this modality, that it's not you or I who heals, it's Lord Buddha who comes and heal. Because you invite him, please come and please do it. So though I am a master, but ultimately I am not the master, he's the master. Alright. So as I have already shared, so Fera means healing around the body with the energy of Lord Buddha. And this is the world's most fastest and powerful healing modality. So the main purpose of Lama Fera is soul realization. So if I may just take a privilege to talk about soul realization, because this is very imperative. Soul realization happens at 3 levels. So first level is when you have self-acceptance, when you have this the astral, once you love yourself, you have the connect, and you have already accepted yourself to the core. No, I'm nowhere disconnected. That's the first level. The second level talks about is when you have this out of body experience. When you meditate, you feel that you're going out of the body. You can see the world, you can see your own body, and you can see that you're traveling at much faster way of even than the light speed. And the third way, it happens at a much higher level, that you see oneness with a God. You don't differentiate yourself. You see that I'm one with you and you are one with me, and I'm nowhere disconnected. And moreover, when this grows further, you actually look at everyone as an extended soul. So I would not look at him as a different one. I would not look at him as a different soul. I would look at as an extension of my own soul. So when this happens, then the soul realization happens, and this is one of the main purposes of Lama Fera, to make your soul realize that what we are up to and what we are supposed to be. The another key purpose of Lama Fera is to create a balance between physical, mental and spiritual level. So all three are in sync on the same page, and there's no chance that life would go haywire. That's what. So if we look at where all it works on everything between earth and sky, primarily any kind of energy imbalance, karmic blockages, critical illness, financial blockages, relationship. It works on all that, and this is the healing modality that I have not mentioned here, but this healing modality has a capacity to remove even the black energy or the black magic. It's that powerful. So the critical illness like tumor, cancer, a tumor can be healed up to 80% in 10 to 12 healing sessions. A cancer can be healed well within 6 to 8 months, up to 90%. So of course more time, depends how deep rooted the challenge is or what level the person is at. But yes, with multiple healing sessions it can be curbed and taken care of. Alright, and of course with this I would love to close the session on this note. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.